All right, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I'm with you probably to about 4:30 today because I do have somewhere I have to be. So I'll probably head out about 4:30, maybe sooner. I'll depend on how things go. But welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Sorry, y'all. I was trying to eat. I haven't eaten today. And I heard Wyatt. I was listening to Wyatt's show, and he was talking about the cost of a Big Mac meal. And I ain't had McDonald's in I don't know how long. Like, for real, I couldn't tell you last time I had McDonald's. I stopped by McDonald's, and I grabbed me a quarter pounder with cheese and bacon meal. And, as usual, they forgot the bacon. I even asked old girl, it's my fault. I blame me. I even asked old girl at the window, like, that's a quarter pounder with cheese. Is it bacon on there? She was like, yeah. I was like, you checked? She was like, yeah. I was like, all right. And then I took it, and something said, check it. Check it. Man, check it. I didn't check it. And I got home, opened it up. Well, no bacon. I was like, I don't need no bacon anyway. Not really. Not really. So, and it wasn't, somebody said McDonald's nasty now. It was not delicious. It wasn't delicious. I'm like, the meat didn't, it's like it's the texture of it wasn't. I don't know when the next time I'll be back. But I will say, Wyatt, I like to mess with Wyatt. I like to tease him a little bit on his show. And I understand, when people do this, I understand it. He exaggerated some facts to make a point. He told a story about how he took his family. There was 3 of them to McDonald's, and they basically all 3 got Big Mac meals, and it cost him $40. And he was like, back a couple years ago, it was $4.99 for a. I'm like, bruh, come on, stop it. So I had to actually look up the information. I don't remember what it was. I sent it to him. First, I sent him information for just the Big Mac, and then he clowned me for that. So I had to look up the average price of a Big Mac meal in America in 2020. I don't remember what it was, like $7.89. And then I had to look up the average price of a Big Mac meal in now. And I think it was like $8.79 or something like that. And I'm like, come on, bro. Like, okay, I get your point. You don't like Bidenomics. You don't think it's good. You think prices are going up too high. I get that. But you don't have to exaggerate. It was $4.99 and now it's $18. Like, come on, stop it. It ain't gone up that much. Your point is still valid. But just get the actual numbers. Give the real numbers. But I get it. I do that sometimes, Not on here. But from time to time, I'll use what they call hyperbole, exaggerate a point. So I get it. But yeah, it made me, go there. Fast food, you paying $10, $11 for a meal. Well, I just went, it was for a quarter pounder with cheese meal, which is the most expensive meal there. The Big Mac meal was cheaper. Of course, filet of fish meal is cheaper. The quarter pounder with cheese meal is the more expensive of the meals at Big Mac. I mean, at McDonald's. And it cost me $8.50 for the medium meal. Of course, I got the orange drink. Orange drink. Not orange juice. Not orange pop. The orange drink. Because, I'm black. So it's funny. I went to White Castle one day. This was a long time ago, some years ago. I went to White Castle. I was in a white neighborhood, predominantly white neighborhood. But the girl, I could tell by her voice, at the drive-thru was black. And I got whatever it was I got, a couple White Castles or maybe some onion chips, whatever it was. No, because it was a meal, because it was a drink. And so I told her what I wanted, and she was like, okay. And I was like, She was, whatever the price was going to be, that'd be $5.88 or $7.88 or whatever it was. I don't remember. And I was like, you're not going to ask me what kind of drink I want? And she was like, you black. I know what kind of drink you want. I was like, what? She was like, you want orange drink? Yeah. I want the orange drink. And then we both just bust out laughing. That was before they had that nasty freestyle stuff. So that's how long ago it was. Before they had that nasty freestyle stuff. You know, it was just the orange drink. You had the pop and the orange drink. And she knew. She was like, you black, right? I was like, yeah. She was like, I know what you want. What I want then? You want the orange drink? I couldn't do nothing but laugh. Like, yep. And pull it up. And we both just laughed. So, yeah, it was all good. It was all good. But she was right. I wanted the orange drink. Alonzo, see, that's before they had the freestyle. It wasn't no grape. It wasn't no grape. It was pop and orange drink. I don't know what made me think about that. It was funny. All right, let me say my good afternoons to everybody. Just had a cold chill. You ever experienced that? Those things is crazy. I'm wearing my Janice hat. That's what I call it. Oh, let me take this out. Wearing Janice hat. It's the hat that Janice made me. Still rocking it. What is this, Janice? Like, I don't even know if Janice is here. Is this like 3 years later? Janice made me this hat like 3 years ago. So I'm still rocking the Janice hat. Let me say hello to the people. Hold on. Let me get to the beginning. Of course, start from the beginning. Nikki says, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Nikki. Scott in the house. Good afternoon, everyone, West Walnut Hills. All right, good afternoon, Scott. We got my man, Robert Willis. What's up, Robert Willis? Yo, Underwood. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, he's actually saying hello to Nikki. Mike Ballard in the house representing Woodlawn. Good afternoon, Mike. Karen. What's up, Karen? Thanks for checking me out. Westwood, I appreciate y'all. Yo, Underwood. Now he's saying good afternoon to everyone. The first one was a special one for Nikki. This one was hello to everybody. We got Pamela. Pamela, good afternoon, representing North Avondale. We got Andrea representing downtown. Good afternoon, Andrea. Thank you for joining me. Got Pat Rogers. Pat, representing Westwood. Good afternoon, Pat. Jeannie in the house. She said good afternoon to everyone. Happy Tuesday. Jeannie been trying to give me the blues lately over there on the Lincoln Ware Show. Like everything I say, she be trying to pick it apart. I don't know if I like that, Jeannie. I'll be right. Just agree with me. Just agree. You ain't got to be questioning me. No, good afternoon, Jeannie. She do be giving me, questioning me about everything. But I do be right. I'll be right. And I know if Janice is here, I do be right. What is that? Come on. Just like the orange drink. We black. You know what that means. Stop. McConnell in the house. Good afternoon, McConnell. He said he in Springdale with them weights. All right. Got Anthony in the house. Anthony said he's somewhere taking some wood. All right. Good afternoon, Anthony. We got Dwayne representing Mount Airy. That's the one thing about this hat. It is a little bit itchy. Just a little bit. But it's warm. Good afternoon, Dwayne, representing Mount Airy. Sabrina, representing Kentucky. Good afternoon. Thank you for supporting and checking me out. We got Diane in the house. Good afternoon, Diane. How you doing? It's a good Tuesday afternoon here, too. Thank you for checking us out. Got Regina in the house. Good afternoon, Regina. Karen says, it's crazy, $18.88 for 2 small meals. But what's so crazy about that? Y'all do realize it's 2023, right? You can't be comparing the price of stuff in 1988 to 2023. Like, oh, this is crazy. Price is going up. Oh, you're right. Biden is out of hand. Because I remember when I used to walk down the street to the store and buy a bag of chips for $0.25. And now chips is like $2 and something. Well, when was you buying chips for a quarter? I think that was like 1978. That damn Biden making all the prices go up. Come on, you can't be comparing 1970s prices to 2023 prices and blaming Joe Biden. And look, if you're going to do it, you take the prices in 2020 and you compare them to the prices in 2023. Really, you should be looking at 2021. You should be looking at 2021 and comparing them to 2023. And that's what you can blame on Joe Biden. But y'all looking at stuff from the 80s. Like that damn Joe Biden. You used to remember penny candy? You can't find penny candy no more. Damn Joe Biden and his Bidenomics. Like, come on, you can't blame him for that. You can't blame him for that. Blame him for what you can blame him for. He's not blameless, but at least pin the right stuff on him. Not saying that you were, Karen. Good afternoon, by the way. Brent, good afternoon. Checking in. He's representing Dallas, Texas. Pamela, yeah, they got me. They got me at the drive-thru. I know, I'm supposed to always check out the window, but I didn't. I was trying to get here for y'all, so I blame y'all for me not having my bacon. It's y'all fault. Mouth all ready for some bacon. I thought you aged out of McDonald's at 25 years old. Again, I haven't had no McDonald's in a long time. It's been, well, since, I was well older than 25 the last time. So, I don't know about that 25 thing. Yo Underwood says, man, I don't appreciate you trying to check me on Lincoln Show. Believe it or not, I wasn't trying to check you. I was trying to check y'all. It was a whole lot of people. Raven made the mistake of saying Tiny was a member of the group SWV. And I was driving, and I wasn't even listening on the app. I was listening in the car. And I drove, and I was like, I just can't let this go. It was vexing my spirit. So I was like, I can't pretend like I didn't hear this. So I'm going to have to now, while driving, open up the app and send a message to Raven about SWV and Tiny being a member of SWV, because it vexed my spirit. And then when I opened up the app, I saw all of these people saying Tiny was not a member of SWV. She was a member of Escape. And they were spelling it ESCAPE, like an escape room. And that's why I was like, I saw at least 3 of them, but it might have been more. And I was like, how y'all gonna be on here trying to correct Raven and y'all giving bad information? It's not Escape. It's Escape. So, yeah, I was vexed, but it wasn't you. I don't even know that I saw your individual post, but I saw a few of them. And I was like, come on, if you're gonna correct somebody, correct them correctly. And then I saw somebody had written it correctly. And so, I gave his the thumbs up, or hers. I don't know. I don't remember who it was. I wasn't even trying to check you. And then you sent something about it. And I was like, okay, I'll let it go because I'm not sure what he's talking about. But you got a guilty conscience. You was typing something wrong. I didn't see it. So you checked yourself. And that's good. Regina says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Regina. Diane says, fast food, you paying $10, $11 for a meal. Again, it's not 1988 no more. You gonna pay more because it's 2023. We got to get used to the fact that prices do go up eventually. It's Joe Biden's fault. Bidenomics ain't working. I know. You could get a candy bar for 10 cents when you was a kid. Damn Joe Biden. Terry. Good afternoon. She's checking in from downtown. We got Brenda. And thank you for joining us, Terry. We got Brenda in the house. Good afternoon. Representing Fairfield. Good afternoon, Brenda. Brenda was dogging Raven out today. Just talking about her real bad. The way she looked, the way she dressed, her hair. I know it wasn't you. It was a different Brenda. I know. I'm just giving you a hard time. McConnell says, now the high C is good. Yeah. Y'all remember McDonald's got rid of the high C for a while. They got rid of the high C for a while. And then I guess people wasn't with it, and so they got it back. But yeah, that's the drink right there. It's right, because I'm black. I'm black. She knew. Got Daryl in the house. Daryl in the house. What's up, Daryl? Checking in from, I'm assuming that's Forest Park. Representing Forest Park. All right. Staban, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you for checking us out. Anthony says, Orange Crush, no ice. Nah, Orange Crush is carbonated. I like the orange drink. Orange drink, not Orange Crush. I got a call already. All right. You can't beat that. Key.
Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
Key, I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, okay. All right, I'm calling you early because I'm probably not going to be able to call you later because I got to go run an errand. I was just calling to say hey.
All right.
Hey, everybody in the chat.
You got anything? What should I be talking about today, Key?
Let's see. Well, you know me. I be like to be goofy and funny and not so serious. So I can't help you if people want to be serious.
Well, what should I talk about that's not so serious?
Okay, well, I like the McDonald's talk you're doing because, yeah, they did take away the high C for a minute. And then I think they put Fanta in there.
Yeah,
Fanta.
That's exactly what they put in.
I'm like, no, they didn't. The high C, that's what everybody go for is the high C.
Yeah, because they used to do the thing where you could get any size drink for $1.
Yeah,
and I was either getting sweet tea or high C orange.
Yeah. Yeah, so then
and they changed it.
They took it away, and it was tripping. And then I guess we heard our voices, and they brought it back.
They brought it back.
That McRib, they brought everything.
I can say in my life, I've never tasted the McRib.
I don't think I ever had it either. I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking, putting in the mind, it probably tastes like them rib TV dinners back in the day that we had to eat, the banquet. That's what I'm thinking. It probably tastes like. So, yeah, it's a mess. I'm trying to think, what can you talk about? Wait a minute, have you tried is that them that get the holiday pie now at McDonald's?
I don't know. I typically don't get pies from fast food places.
Yeah, I usually didn't either, but for some reason I had tried it. I ain't going to tell you how it is because I don't want no jokes in the chat.
No, tell me, how's the pie?
Okay, I got cream, like it's pudding or whatever, and then it's got sprinkles on there.
The
so it
pie?
tastes like a pudding. It tastes like you eat like you ever had like birthday cake type dessert?
I've definitely had
like
birthday cake.
It tastes like a birthday cake pie.
Okay. With
hey,
cream.
Madonna. Yeah, so that's what it tastes like. Hey, Miss Brenda Early.
Can't beat that.
I'm trying to think what's going on in the news. I can't think of what you should talk about.
Is it good and moist?
Okay, everybody. Yeah, it's wet. The one I had was wet. You know what I mean?
I'm not even sure what that means.
Like it was, like some feeling sometimes like they be like dry.
Yeah.
It's like it's not like pudding to where it's like I don't know if you had cheesecake before, but it's not like the cheesecake consisting. It's more like it's like not thick.
Okay.
You can understand. I can't think of nothing to compare it to. But it's not like thick like cheesecake, but it's like thin. It's like you'll like it.
Well,
like it.
I don't know about that. I don't like cheesecake, even though I know you said it's not cheesecake.
It's not like you'll like it. You'll like it because it ain't with your throat issues. It'll probably go down smooth.
Bottom line is, it's moist and creamy.
Yeah.
All right.
Smooth.
And you can't beat moist, creamy pie.
Right. That's why I didn't want to go here, Emanuel.
No, I'm just saying in general. You can't beat that.
Yeah, but you know how the puns are and be in the chat, and then you know how you put your stank on it, and then it take it to another level.
All right. All right.
But that's what's going on with that. But like I said, I can't think about what's going on in the news to talk about. Y'all been talking about the T.I. and them incident, but
I haven't talked about it. I haven't seen it, so I haven't talked about it at all.
Oh, okay. What about you was talking about the Grill Awards yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah, I just mentioned that they were on.
Yeah, 'cause I had just happened to flip and see it. I thought he was gonna have it on his Grill channel, but I don't know if it came on, or like you said, you got to probably go on the Grill online and probably pull it up. But they're probably gonna be running it again. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, somewhere. They'll run it somewhere.
Yeah, but that's all. What about? Did you go to Was it the Festival of Lights?
Yeah. Went to the
Okay,
Festival of
y'all went.
Lights. Yeah, took the little baby. Had a great time. Got some great pictures and videos, and I thoroughly enjoyed watching them enjoy themselves. Yes.
Oh, okay. Did y'all get hot chocolate?
We did not get hot chocolate, and we did not get s'mores.
Oh, okay. They had s'mores.
Yeah.
Like,
For whatever reason, nobody wanted s'mores.
I don't like s'mores either.
I've never had s'mores. I've had the cereal s'mores.
Oh, okay.
It's decent,
I tried
but I've never actually made s'mores.
Yeah, I think I tried it, but I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay.
I guess because of the marshmallow.
Yeah, the little baby don't like marshmallows.
Yeah,
Little baby
like,
does not like marshmallows.
Yeah, I like marshmallows and hot chocolate. That's it, and then Rice Krispies. But just like a burnt marshmallow with a piece of chocolate and a graham, and then I don't like the graham crackers.
See, sound good to me. Like, I like marshmallows. I like them burnt. I like chocolate. I like graham crackers. It sounds like a decent combination, but I've never had it. So
Probably because of your throat issues, you don't want it to get stuck, maybe.
well,
What you think?
it's only an issue initially. Like, no matter what I'm eating, when it's gonna get stuck, it's gonna get stuck.
Right, that's why stay away. Okay, so what else you do this weekend besides go to the Festival of Lights?
I don't know what else did I do. Work.
Oh, okay.
I did a lot of work around the house. That's really it. I'm about to do some sandblasting, and painting.
Oh man, no wonder your brother don't want to come back down there.
Why?
I don't know.
What's sandblasting and
with all
painting
the
got to do with that?
Probably the insects, and then he probably it seemed like his seating arrangement wouldn't. He couldn't really sit fit or whatever. So.
Well, I got a bench here. Y'all can't see it.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all see my McDonald's bag. I'm gonna go ahead and move that. But it's a bench here, and that's where he was sitting, was on the bench. And maybe I'll get another chair or two, and then create a situation where if someone does come and sit down to do the show, they'll have an actual seat.
Yeah, he probably felt like Forrest Gump on the bench or something. Oh yeah, then I wanted to clarify. Yeah, when we was talking about the potato salad, I did mean mayonnaise and mustard. I don't know why I said mayo and mayonnaise. But,
Now, I thought you said mayonnaise and mustard. If you didn't,
I did too,
yeah,
but
if you
listened
didn't,
to
I
it
knew what you
back.
meant.
Yeah, I know. I listened to it back. I'm like,
Oh.
who was that? Jason Dockery. Always on every word everybody say. I'm like, that's Jason Dockery.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. But yeah, just kind of say hey real quick because later on I probably ain't gonna be able to call in because I gotta run some errands and stuff. But just saying hey, showing support and saying hey to everybody in the chat.
All right.
Okay, and hopefully Twin will call in if he ain't too busy.
Why?
Twin, call in if you ain't too busy helping the older people, or if you ain't too busy at work eating that red skin potato salad.
All right. All right, Key.
All right, you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks for your call. All right. I see a few people asking about the throat conversation. I didn't think she was trying to be funny. I have this thing. I don't remember what it's called. Something ring, Shotsky's ring or something like that. It's a little ring around my esophagus. It's an actual condition that a lot of people have, and it makes it very difficult sometimes for me to swallow anything like food. You gotta be clear when I'm talking to y'all. Like, if I'm eating food, it makes it difficult to swallow the food that I'm eating. And it's a condition that's well known. Let me finish. Let me finish saying my hellos. I don't know that I said all my hellos. I look like I do. It looks like I said hellos. I don't think I missed anybody. Maria, good afternoon, Maria. Benita, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Benita. Got Terry in the house. Good afternoon, Terry from E-Town. Tria said she was one of the ones who spelled escape wrong. Let me see. I think that's about it. I think I said hello to everybody. Yo says escape is much closer than SWV, bro. I'm just saying, if you're gonna correct somebody, you should correct them correctly. That's all I'm saying. Jack says you could have blamed it on spell check. Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. You could have blamed it on spell check. Or if you were speaking. Because when I was speaking into the phone to, do the talk to text, it spelled it escape. So, all right. Scott says comments. I did finally put them up, but I just now saw that. Brenda Harris. Brenda the one who was doing all of the talking bad about Raven. All right. It wasn't Brenda Early. Let me see. Emanuel Livingston, don't eat chicken with bones. It's got to be deboned. Benita says Mount Airy. That's right. Benita lets you know she representing Mount Airy. Let me see. A few people saying hello to Key. Got Tina in the house. Good afternoon, Tina. Janice in the house. And I saw Mayosha ask, yes, this is the Janice hat. This is the Janice hat. Again, I think it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years, hasn't it, Janice? Or has it been 4? I think it's been 3 years. I've had this hat for 3 years. And Janice I say knitted, but then she'll correct me. It wasn't knitted. It was crocheted, or it wasn't crocheted. It was Chinese something or another, whatever. It was a handmade hat, and it keeps my head warm. Well, yeah, I'm still rocking it. Hold on, let me see. LaDonna talking about the pies, saying they do taste like that, Key. All right. We got Courtney Taylor in the house. Good afternoon, Courtney. Thank you for checking out the show. I appreciate it. Jason want to know who I'm getting ready to rob. Nobody. Just kicking it in the Janice hat. It's a nice hat, y'all. It's a nice hat. Let's see. See, that's what she didn't want y'all to get into, Scott. Talking about, she had wet pie and all that kind of stuff. I just want to know, was it, because sometimes they can be dry. Sometimes they make, which is really kind of why I stopped eating. But y'all remember when we were little, when we were kids, and you would buy an apple pie from McDonald's, and it was different. Eventually, at some point, they changed the recipe for the apple pie. They got rid of the cherry pie. I want to say they had a third one, but I don't know with 100% certainty. But they changed the recipe for the apple pie and the crust on it, and they got rid of the cherry pie. I thought the initial apple pies from McDonald's were delicious. But when they changed the recipe, they was dry. The kind of crust around it wasn't the same. I didn't like it. They had I didn't like it. So that's why I was asking about, was it moist? Because the original apple pies were moist, and the newer ones were not as moist to me. So y'all minds be in the gutter. My mind be, on higher things. How good some sweet stuff tastes. Not y'all nasty stuff. Um, Try red velvet cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory. It would change your world. First, I don't like cheesecake, and I don't like red velvet cake. So those sounds like a horrible combination to put two things that I don't like together. I don't know why I had to do all that. I had to move out the way to do it, like, because I was gonna hit the mic. But y'all get the point. To put two things that I don't like together and try them, no, I'll pass. I'll pass. Let's see. Yes, I see some, because I'm looking at these comments and the comments on the screen, and the crust used to be flaky, and then they changed it. It was terrible. Diane wants to know with regard to the whatever ring. I think it's Shotsky's, but I'm not sure. They will do a procedure to, and every time I say this, I have to explain it because but they will stretch your esophagus. They put me on. I've had the procedure done, but it's not a cure. It's a treatment. They put me under, and apparently they stick something down my throat, that's inflatable, like a balloon, and they stretch the esophagus. And, eventually I wake up and I don't have problems swallowing for, a few months. Pete Copenhaver says, I know this guy. He's about 70 years old. He got the same condition. He said it's hard for him to swallow food. Yes. It is quite painful at times. Daryl says, I have that condition too. It's a condition where your esophagus is small towards the stomach area. All right. Mary says, you missed me. I missed you, Mary. Good afternoon, Mary. I lost track of what time it was. Good afternoon, Mary. Thank you for joining the show. I appreciate you. I was just listening to Wyatt talking about your whooping prowess. So I don't want to get on your bad side. I don't want no whooping. Butler Brown checking us out from Cartersville, Georgia. All right. LaDonna, she said, you missed me. I know this ain't the one I see where you just put up, you missed me. Good afternoon, LaDonna. I thought I said LaDonna. I could have sworn I talked about you giving me a hard time. You would definitely need to clarify when you're talking about swallowing. That's because y'all nasty. Y'all minds is always in the gutter. Get y'all minds out the gutter. Lamont, good afternoon. Thank you for checking me out. He's representing, he or she, I'm assuming it's a he. I can't really see. But I'm going to say he's representing Green Township. Thanks for checking out the show. I appreciate it. Stephanie. Stephanie in the house. She says, hey, E and all came in late. That's all right. I think, did I get everybody this time? Oh, Ron. Ron says, ho, ho, ho. All right. Derek says he needs to get his mind out the gutter. Yes, get your mind out the gutter. Let me see. I think I'm pretty much caught up here talking about the crust on the apple pies. Shannon says the apple pies used to be fried. Now they are baked. Yep, different recipe. Yep. Diane says it's not. Try it. I'm not trying a combination of two things I don't like. That sounds like double not liking. You like chocolate cake? Not so much. But y'all can say, I know a lot of people say red velvet cake is just chocolate cake. It always feels, every time I've tasted it, it's a little different than chocolate cake. But I'm not a fan of chocolate cake. I don't care for it. So, That's that. What sounds horrible? Nothing sounds horrible about it. Daryl says, yep, he had that procedure done 3 times. I've had it done a few times. And they keep sending me letters. The doctor keeps sending me letters like, oh, it's time to, have this procedure done. Oh, it's about time you have this procedure done. But I don't know. I guess I'm just to the point where I'm just used to dealing with it. Like I'll deal with the pain and lack of comfort. I'll deal with it. Apparently, it's traumatizing for Mrs. Livingston from time to time. We sit down to eat, usually breakfast, and we're talking, and I'm chewing whatever, and then once I go to swallow the food that is in my mouth, I have to say that for y'all. It's a shame. Y'all adults. Y'all should act like it. But when I go to swallow the food that is in my mouth that I've chewed appropriately, and it's painful, I say it's stuck and it doesn't want to go down, and then I have to stop. I have to make sure my posture is correct and, get myself in a position. And it's just a lot of changes you have to go through when it's not acting right. A lot of changes. Then she watching and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm all right. And she'll be eating. Are you sure you okay? I'm okay. I'm all right. It'll go down in a minute. Then I try to drink some water. I try to get it down without drinking water, because when I drink water, that forces it down. And that's when, like I was telling y'all earlier, it feels like I'm trying to swallow a golf ball and it's pushing down. But then as soon as it goes past where the ring is, it's like, oh, woo. Oh, that feels great. And it's like, I'm good now. So I can just eat like normal people. Janice says, I have a sister-in-law who suffers with that same condition. It's terrible. It's terrible. Derek, I don't know why you're laughing. I don't know why you're laughing. Grow up, man. Grow up. Childish. You're childish. That's what the problem is. You're being childish. Let's see. What is wrong with y'all? Pete Copenhagen, I was listening to Lincoln Ware show today. Where's Lincoln at? I'm saying he was at Rosalind Carter's funeral. Saying he drove to Georgia to be at the funeral, and he probably driving back. He'll probably be back on the air tomorrow. Danny Glover was named MLB MVP. Ain't Danny Glover a little too old to be playing baseball? He was old when he was in the original Color Purple. They done remade it and everything. Interesting. Clarence Avant. See, I don't be knowing these celebrities by name. Passed away. He was 92 years old. He was a Hollywood icon. I don't know who he was. Hold on. Let me look up Clarence Avant. I mean, I probably know, but I will have to see. Okay, yeah, I know that guy. He was he was really a big time music mogul. Like they say, if anything, black music, black entertainment icon. Yes, I know Clarence Avant. I didn't know the name, but as soon as I saw him, yeah. Oh, hold on. Somebody else said they didn't know who he was. Hold on, let me see if I can put his picture up here. See, I don't know what's gonna happen if I do this. No. Okay, I think I can slide it that way. That's Clarence Avant. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me see if I can get a better picture of him. See, and slide that on over there and scroll. That's Clarence Avant. Make that a little bigger. But yeah, he was a big deal in Hollywood. He was a big deal in Hollywood. So all right, I'm sad to hear that he's gone. But y'all know me, I be sad when anybody pass away. Um, Daryl says he has vertigo. That is a that is a terrible sounding condition. Mayosha doesn't like red velvet cake and she despises cheesecake. Pamela, they nasty. Y'all are nasty. Some of y'all have snow on the rooftop and fire in the furnace, as the kid said earlier. I hope your pie ain't dry. That's really the only issue. That's really the only issue. Um, Stephanie says, "Do you like lemon pound cake?" Oh yes, yes. Love lemon pound cake. Love it. Uh, Jack says, "Damn, you need a Heimlich maneuver again." Well, actually, what happens? This part gets a little nasty, but I'll try to not be as nasty as it is. Sometimes when the food gets stuck, and it's either you really do come to a point where you have a decision to make. Do you want to try to force the food down, or do you just want to bring the food back up and try again? And sometimes it is so painful. Like I've been at restaurants where I'm trying to eat and it is so painful. I have to excuse myself and go to the restroom and, bring the food back up and then go sit down and try again. It's the strangest thing because you figure if you couldn't swallow it the first time, you're not going to be able to swallow it the second time. But sometimes, most times, on the second go round, I don't know if it's, done a little bit of stretching on its own, but sometimes on the second go round, it'll go ahead and, go down easier. So it really is not an amazing condition. It's not an amazing condition to have. Mary, really, you just gonna be nasty? You just gonna be nasty, just out of nowhere. Just come on, grow up. What's wrong with y'all? Jason says, I'd be getting surgery. I don't know that there's a surgical procedure to fix it. That's what I'm saying. There's to my knowledge, no surgical procedure to fix it. There's just a surgical procedure to deal with it, to treat it. Mary says, take smaller bites. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Sierra says, hey, checking in from Boston. All right. Jay says, I have that too. I'm telling you, it can be 3-4 grains of rice, which should be able to fit right through. But for whatever reason, it gets stuck. And you're like, this is 3 grains of rice. Why is this getting stuck? And you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. Try to puree your food. Who gonna run around pureeing their food? Oh, let's go to Cooper's Hawk. Hold on. Let me not forget to take my Ninja or Bullet or whatever the little thing is that puree stuff. Gotta take that to eat. No, ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody doing all that. I don't think people be as sad when old people die. I don't think people be as sad when old people die. Were we sad when Rosalind Carter died? I mean, I heard about it. She had gone to, or they had started home hospice for her. I think Jimmy Carter been in home hospice for a minute. Excuse me. I think Jimmy Carter been in home hospice for a minute. But I heard about it. And I was like, oh. But that's really about it. That's really about it. Hold on. What's today's topic? I don't really have one. I don't really have one. I'm just kind of rambling. Just kind of rambling. I'll leave early. The Godfather of music. Yeah. And Jeannie says that's right. That's who I was getting on for giving me a hard time. It's Jeannie, not LaDonna. So my bad, LaDonna. I was wrong. But yeah, no, I did. I watched the Netflix documentary on him. I enjoyed it. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I mean, I'd heard about it. I didn't know as much about him as I learned from the documentary, but I'd heard about him before that, which is, of course, what made me want to watch the documentary. Stephanie says, I knew you would know who he was once you saw Clarence Avant's picture. Yeah, yeah. Oh, let me see. Yeah, that's the dude they call the Black Godfather. Yep. So who are the other two black celebrities who'll be going to the upper room per Lincoln's theory? Lincoln's theory is a stupid theory. It's a stupid theory. Hold on. I saw a few people ask the question. That was where Mary said take smaller bites. I knew you love lemon pound cake. You seem like a pound cake kind of guy. I am. Like Jack said, puree your food. That's stupid. Simple meals, brother. Bean soup. That would get stuck too. Yeah, you just have to understand. You just have to understand. Is that the hat Janice made? Yes. I don't call her Miss Janice because I'm an adult. Oh, I be getting on or I used to get on my coworkers all the time. So in a professional setting, it's not Mr. Greg, Mr. Tom. You know what I'm saying? It's Mr. and last name. And when you was a kid, it was Miss Janice. As an adult, it transitions to Miss, is it Robinson? I don't know why. Robertson. Miss Robertson. That's professional. That's professional. I don't know. Daryl says, no, it's a surgical procedure to permanently fix it. All the procedure they have for it is to balloon the esophagus. Okay, I've never heard of the surgical procedure to fix it. Never heard of it. Why you get so mad at the puree suggestion? Because that's just a dumbass suggestion. I'm going to walk around. Look, I go out to eat from time to time. So like I said, I don't know why I'm getting this thing for Cooper's Hawk. Me and Mrs. Livingston gonna go to Cooper's Hawk sometime either this week or this weekend. Cause I want to go there again. I don't know why. But what I'm gonna say, let's go to Cooper's Hawk and take my little puree thing. Because, they make the little small things where you can make a smoothie. I'm doing that because you put everything in the thing and then you put the top on, you turn it upside down, and you push it down, and then it blends. I'm going to do that at Cooper's Hawk. That's stupid. That's stupid. And it would still get stuck. How many surgical procedures have I had? I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say probably about 12. If I had to guess, I would say about 12. And then eventually I just stopped doing it. Like, it ain't really all that worth it. Oh, let's see. Nice skull cap. Oh, hold on. I almost blocked you, Vernon. I almost blocked you. My bad. I didn't mean to. Nice skull cap. Yeah, Janice made this by hand. by hand. I've not seen the Rick James or Milli Vanilli documentaries. I have not. It's true they fall in threes. That's stupid. Y'all gotta stop saying stupid stuff just because y'all heard it growing up. It's stupid. You know how many people die a day? I don't remember what the average number of people that die a day, but it's like hundreds or thousands of people a day. They don't go in threes. They just go. They don't go in threes. People just die. Jeannie says Clarence passed in August. Who passed recently? Well, I don't know. I thought she said he passed. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, this was from August. So maybe she got the news late and then she gave me the news. But I still didn't know he had passed. Don't be rolling your eyes. I'm trying to tell you what's good. I'm trying to tell you what's good for you. See, you remember when Terrence had filled in for Lincoln and he asked me to basically do an on-air check, an air check for him, and I did. And he was like, you never did one for me. See, this is why. This is why. That little eye rolling emoji, that's why. Because some people, you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. I tell you, it's either Janice, because, you about 35 by now. So it's either Janice or it's Miss Robertson. Now, if you were 12, 7, then I'd be like, Raven, this is Miss Janice. And then you'd be like, hi, Miss Janice. But you're a grown A woman. It's Janice or Miss Robertson. But you don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear me. You rolling your eyes. Oh. Like I said, Miss Janice, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. Mayosa says, I never heard anyone say Miss first name until I moved here. It still drives me crazy. Well, I mean, you had to keep in mind you grew up wealthy and sheltered. So you probably just called the nannies, hey, you. You know what I'm saying? So it all probably seemed really weird to you. Yes, Stephanie, you are correct. Unless the food is pure liquid, I would still have issues with the swallowing. LaDonna says, never heard of Cooper's Hawk. Really? I mean, it's decent. It's food. You know what I'm saying? It's food. People, this place is something. A lot of the stuff is, a lot of it is kind of ambiance and all of that kind of stuff. And what do you call it when people just say something is something just for GP to make themselves feel better? It's that bouginess or whatever. But it's all right. It's all right. They have good food. They can cook. They can cook. Mary says, the wine is great. I don't drink wine, so I couldn't tell you that. Davis Denise says, dang, sorry to hear that. You be careful. Well, I don't have a choice. I appreciate it, but, trust me when I tell you anything I eat, the first bite is really small. I chew the shit out of it. And, hopefully that'll make it go down easier. Myosha says, I treated Mr. Jones to Cooper's Hawk Saturday. It was our first time, and neither of us were impressed. You so bougie that even the bougie spot ain't bougie enough for you. Oh, I went to Cooper's home. I'm not impressed. What's your spot, Myosha? What's a nice spot for you? Just asking. I want to live the good life too. I don't plan on spending another $124 for a little plate of scampi, but tell me what's a good spot? What's a spot that impresses you with your rich ass? Stephanie says Cooper's Hawk is an awesome restaurant. All right. Diane also says Cooper's Hawk was all right. It was all right. It was just okay. Talking about all of the people that die, I bet the number is divisible by 3. Childish. Why y'all being childish today? I'm trying to catch up on the stuff. On the stuff. Raven complaining about me getting her age wrong. I said you almost 35. I didn't say you are 35. We need a documentary on how Myosha became a billionaire. She's not a billion. Well, I don't think she's a billionaire. She is rich, but I don't think she's a billionaire. You ain't have no nannies. You can tell that to somebody else. You can't fool me. Jeannie says, listen up, Raven. I can't stand when people call me Miss Jeannie. I know they mean well, but geez, a few people in their 40s say that to me. Right. Once you become an adult, like a full-fledged adult, like I say, imagine it like this. You went to college and graduated. Once you graduate from college, drop the miss off the front of people's names. I mean, unless it's somebody, you know what I'm saying, you was introduced to when you were 6, and that's just the way you've always communicated with them. That's understandable. That's understandable. But especially in a professional environment, no. It really, I've always thought, and I'll be telling my coworkers this, because believe it or not, there were a lot of, and it was always girls, females, women who did it. I don't recall a single male coworker doing it. But it was always the female coworkers who would, and like grown A women. It's like, hi, Miss Doris. I'm like, her name is Doris or Miss Carter. Hi, Miss Jerry. Like, no, it's Jerry or Miss Tolliver. Hey, Mr. Lincoln. No, it's not Mr. Lincoln. It's Lincoln or Mr. Ware. You're a professional now. Cooper's Hawk is Roscoe's favorite restaurant. All right. Myosha says, I don't have a spot in Cincinnati. Just wherever. Wherever. Where is your spot? I'll look it up. I'll look up your spot in Chicago. What is the spot? I'll look up your spot in San Diego or in Charlotte or, wherever it is that your spot is. Where is the spot? I'm going to look it up and I'm going to go to it. And I can't commit to going to it because, again, you rich. So I can't commit to going to it. Let's see. I think I'm almost caught up. Raven says, I'm sorry, blame Della Joe. She beat the respectfulness into me. But that's when you was little. It ceases to be a sign of respect when you become a grown person. That's what I keep trying to tell all of y'all. All of y'all. See, y'all gonna make me start back talking about black women. And it's almost a distinctly black woman thing. And I love black women. the blacker the better. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, but it's like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Della Joe beat that into you when you was like 6. That was almost 30 years ago. That was almost 30 years ago. Almost. I didn't say 30. It was almost 30 years ago. Um, all right, I'm caught up. I'm finally caught up on comments. All right. Tiffany Haddish. She got pulled over for driving drunk again. I didn't even know she had gotten pulled over for driving drunk the first time. She's another one that I just don't like. I don't wish no bad on her. But she said about getting pulled over. See, stuff like this vexed me. Y'all just don't understand how this bothers me. The 43-year-old actress, hold on, wait a minute. No, not that part. Hold on, where's the story? Okay, it was this story. She was asked about her getting pulled over for a DUI after falling asleep at the wheel for a second time. This is a quote, and it bothers me. She says, "I'm going to get some help so I can learn balance and boundaries." And I know a lot of y'all are like, okay, that's good. That's good. But I'm like, who didn't teach you balance and boundaries when you was growing up? You 43 years old and you got to go get some help to learn balance and boundaries so that you don't get so drunk that you fall asleep at the wheel. You haven't been able to put that together, say since 30 for the last 13 years. Nobody taught you balance or boundaries. Parents, and some of this stuff you can't blame. Maybe you can blame parents. Or like, oh, she's in her late teens and she still hasn't figured out boundaries. Like, that's the parents' fault. Parents should have taught her boundaries when she was little. Maybe 25-ish. Like, oh, she's still learning boundaries. Like, oh, damn, her parents should have taught her that when she was little. She should have learned that in high school. She should have learned that in college. And you're 30 years old. You're like, damn, her first few years of working, she should have learned some balance and some boundaries. Like, why she ain't figured this out? You 3 years old talking about, I got to go get some help to learn balance and boundaries. I would be ashamed to say that. I would be ashamed to tell somebody that. I'm 53 years old. Oh, I'm going to go get some help to learn some balance and some boundaries. Here's what I can tell you about me. I like sweets. Here's what I know. Oh, hold on. I don't know who that is. Here's what I know. If I want to stop eating sweets, I just have to do it. I don't need to go somewhere to learn how to stop eating sweets. I don't. Shannon says, and I don't think you're trying to make excuses, Tiffany grew up in the foster care system, so she should have learned some boundaries and some balance there. She's 43. If she was raised by wolves, by now, she should have learned boundaries and balance. She's been out here for a minute. Like, so, look, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's PR stuff. It's certain stuff you feel like you got to say to excuse whatever it is that you did or whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you're accused of or that you whatever. So I understand. Maybe she's just saying that. Maybe she's just saying that. But come on. Come on. You a grown ass woman. Talking about I'm going to get some help to learn balance and boundaries. That's shameful. That's shameful. Right. Almost a half a century. And you can't stop drinking? Come out and say, I'm an alcoholic and I'm irresponsible as F. I respect that. I respect that. Vernon says, Bob Huggins, 70 and still driving under the influence. I'm not sure what the point is you're trying to make with that. Not sure. Help me understand the point that you were making by making that comment. Derek Wood says, never too late. It might not be too late in the sense of it, but it's, what's wrong with you if you can't figure that out on your own? What's wrong with you? If you can't figure out, I'm drunk, so let me not get behind the wheel of this car. I'm going out, and I know I'm going to be drinking. I know I'm going to be drinking. And I know when I get to drinking, I can't stop. Let me set something up. Raven. Y'all know I love it when the celebrities are here. Raven says, I'm sure the statement wasn't even written by her, like a publicist or PR. It don't matter. It don't matter. She said it. She said it. I don't know. I'm sorry. He put the point. Point is, age has nothing to do with when someone learns a lesson. We just hope they do before they... Age does have something to do with when someone learns a lesson. Saying that a 70-year-old dude is irresponsible AF does not excuse a 43-year-old being irresponsible AF. It just doesn't. She's irresponsible. He's irresponsible. Both of them got issues. That don't excuse it. It don't make it no better. And again, I don't care who wrote the statement. I'm talking about the behavior. I'm talking about the behavior. Maybe I don't understand. So let me ask this. I don't drink. When you go out to party, if you're a drinker, do you know in advance I might have a drink? I'm asking drinkers, because I know most of y'all on here like me. Y'all don't drink. Y'all just don't indulge in that stuff. So I'm asking for those people who do drink. When you go out, you like, I'm going to go out. I'm a drinker. I'm a partier. Do you know you going to drink that night? You have a good idea. Like, I'll probably have do they call them cocktails anymore? I don't know. Mary says, yes, you know. You know. So if you know that, Vernon says, nobody's excusing anything. You brought up her age, so I brought up his age. Let's be consistent. What's not consistent? What did I black out earlier in the show? I said, oh, Bob Huggins, he has to just learn boundaries and balance. He's 70, and it's good for him to want to learn balance and boundaries at 70. And then woke back up and started back doing the show. Did I black out and say something inconsistent? What did I say that was inconsistent? I'm just curious because apparently I blacked out. Apparently I blacked out. And at some point during the show, I made an excuse for Bob Huggins. What do you mean, let's be consistent? That the comment, contextualize it for me. Contextualize, let's be consistent. Where was I inconsistent? Jason, it's easy to go overboard. Is it? See, I don't know this stuff. I don't drink. So I don't know. I would imagine. You know when you, let's use the term, they use the term buzzed. You ain't full on drunk, but you know you're a little buzzed. Why not set up some like they got Uber now? You know what I'm saying? If I'm a drinker, I'd like to think this. And I'm going to go out and just have a few just for fun. And I don't think I'm going to have one too many. Or maybe I should ask the question. When you start getting buzzed, do you know you're buzzed? Jason says once you buzzed, you want more drinks to get to that next level. All right, so once you're buzzed, don't you know you're buzzed? Do you know it or you don't know it? Because it seems to me like you definitely know it, because if you want more drinks to get to the next level, that means you know you buzzed. So once you buzzed, why not just say, ooh, I'm buzzed. I probably shouldn't be driving. Plus, I want to go to that next level. Let me call a Uber or set up a Uber, or, because again, I've only used Uber twice. So I don't remember if it's like, oh, let me set up an Uber to pick me up at 1:30. Or, tell one of your friends, like, hey, I'm driving. Don't let me get out of here and drive drunk. So I'm probably not in the best position to drive right now. So before I leave, make sure I get an Uber. Like, this stuff seemed really simple to me, especially, now look, I could see, and not that this is an excuse in any way, shape, or form. Not that this is an excuse, but I could see if you was like dirt poor and you just spent all your last money getting drunk. You know what I'm saying? It's not an excuse, but if you dirt poor and you just spent your last money getting drunk and you can't afford an Uber, you know what I'm saying? You done used your debit card or your credit card to buy, you know what I'm saying? The only reason you stopped drinking was because your card got declined because you ain't had no more, credit limit. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, damn, that's messed up. But Tiffany got money? How hard would it have been for her to get an Uber or, a car? That stuff sounds like excuse making to me, which I'm sure is what it was, but the lack of responsibility and people always making, even though I know, Bernie, you say you making excuses, you just wanted us to be consistent because we've been so inconsistent about this. Because when we talked about Bob Huggins earlier in the show, we said it was all right for him to do it. But you just want us to be consistent. But it sounds like excuse making to me. I can't say, look, I got a problem with alcohol. Say, I am exceptionally irresponsible. And, that's effed up of me. You know what I'm saying? Anything but, I need to go and get some help to establish boundaries and balance. For real, that's the kind of stuff that I used to tell my daughter when she was 6. That's the kind of stuff that I'm right now telling the little baby. For real, I do tell her, like, hey, we need to set some boundaries. Some stuff, sorry, you're not a little baby no more. You can't do certain stuff. Just because you were a little baby to me, but you're not a baby. Certain stuff you just can't do no more. You got to be more aware. She's 6. Vernon says, and she admitted she needs to get help. She admitted she needs to get help with balance and boundaries. She didn't admit she needed to get help for being an alcoholic. So to me, that's like cute language. There's a difference. There's a difference. Like earlier in the show when you were talking about Bob Huggins and how it was, I want you to be consistent, how you was saying it was all right for Bob Huggins to do it. All he really needs is to establish some boundaries and some balance. I want you to be consistent. Oh, you didn't say that, did you? I just made that up. If we just creating things out of our own mind. But yeah, man, I need y'all to talk to y'all friends. Talk to y'all children. Raise your grandchildren. Teach them balance and boundaries when they're like 6 so that they not 43 driving drunk talking about I need to get some help so I can learn balance and boundaries. But she need to learn boundaries in a lot of different areas. If you've been watching, kind of, she keep popping up in news stories about her kind of erratic behavior. And you see her at different places, and I'm not exactly sure what she's been trying to accomplish by just being, what's the term they use, extra. But I think that's kind of her brand. That's her brand. It's a bad brand. But I think that's kind of her brand, like I'm extra. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people that love that stuff. There's a lot of people that love that. And it does kind of go to the conversation that people were having earlier with regard to, the conversation with T.I. and his kids. Like by we, I mean some of y'all, glorify the foolish stuff. And we look at foolish stuff and we like, yeah, that's the way to be. We look at foolish stuff and that's the stuff we elevate. Being hood and, in the context of like the T.I. and like, I got out the hood, but I want to go and be hood. Which means to a large degree, be reckless and irresponsible, potentially even criminal behavior and all of that kind of stuff. We glorify that. Again, when I say we, I mean y'all. We glorify that stuff. One of the things we very rarely ever glorify is the middle. We glorify one extreme or the other. Being poor in the hood, criminal behavior and gang activity and, or being rich, having millions and billions of dollars. Those are the two things that are glorified. Going to work every day, people say 9 to 5 or, whatever your hours are, just a regular job. Nobody glorifies that. Nobody points at, well, very few people point at that as something to strive for. Even though the overwhelming majority of people, that's where we are. The overwhelming majority of us are not like, super dirt poor, living in the hood, own assistance, and all of that kind of stuff. Again, I'm not knocking nobody who, need assistance or who had to do that, but the overwhelming majority of people, that's not their case. And they're not rich. The overwhelming majority of people are in the middle. Mary says, we meaning y'all. What happened to the term us? I don't fall in that category. So I don't put me in that category. When I say we, I know, what I'm saying? Me and Wyatt went at it one day about we. When I say we, and I mean it as we, I'm included. When I say we and I'm not included, I like to clarify I'm talking about y'all. All hood residents weren't jobless. Did I say they were? If I said that, that's not what I meant. My point was, we focus on the extremes. In almost all situations, that's what we gravitate towards. You ask women, sorry, I'm not bringing this up to talk about women. If you ask women, what do they want? They want a man making this, extreme amount of money. Or, you know what I'm saying? They cool with one of them jobless dudes. But you don't really get a lot of women like, I want a dude to go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? I'm all right with him making average amount of money, $40,000, $50,000 a year. Like, what? What? I'm supposed to settle for some average type guy? Nobody wants average. Average is an insult to a lot of people. But that's where the majority of people are. That's why it's the average. Mary says jobless was a statement. Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure because I try. I'm not always successful, but I try to not be the person that paints everybody in one way. I try. And so, yeah, if I was the one who said that, I wanted to take it back and, correct it. See, I'm not, some people don't like correction. I don't mind correction as long as I'm wrong and you correct me right. If I say SWV, don't say escape and spell it wrong. Stuff like that. LaDonna says average doesn't bother me, but it bothers a lot of people. And, very few people I don't know. Okay, CK. Thank you. I don't know what you want me to do with that. I don't know what you want me to do with that. Congratulations. Because he said it again. He said it like I said. What am I supposed to say? Am I supposed to agree or disagree? What am I supposed to say? There was another story that I saw that I kind of wanted to discuss, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, I wanted to talk a little bit about, and again, when I say a little bit, I mean just a little bit, about Deion Sanders. Y'all know I have to be careful when I do this because People get bent out of shape when you talk about their heroes. People get bent out of shape when you talk about the people that they've put on a pedestal and that's above everybody else in their minds. Like, is Raven still here? Or is Raven gone? I don't want to talk about her while she's here. I don't mind talking about her behind her back. No, I'm just playing. But like when people were talking about they didn't enjoy Blue Ivy dancing on stage, and the people were like really upset. I really don't think they were all that upset about people not liking to see Blue Ivy on stage. They was upset because how dare you criticize Beyonce's child? You know what I'm saying? I really deep down inside believe that's where it comes from when people have issues like that. So from my perspective, I don't want to say nothing to hurt y'all feelings about the guy that y'all done put up on a pedestal. He's better than everybody. Let me just acknowledge right out the gate, Deion Sanders is better than everybody else. He can do no wrong. He's the best everything. And I should thank God that he exists, because my existence would be nothing without him. All right. So now that we done got that out the way, and that's the way I feel. So anything I say, it's not to tear down the icon. But Deion is basically out here saying to the people at Colorado, I'm going to say the boosters, okay, he's had a couple of recruits decommit. He's had a couple of recruits decommit. And now he basically telling the, hold on, let me pull it. I don't want to say he basically telling the people, because then y'all going to get, you mean he basically telling people, is that what he said, or is that not what he said? Let me get what he actually said, because I know you can't talk about Deion, without people getting really, really upset. Hold on, where is it? Where's the story? I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm saying, but I'm gonna look and find the story so that I can give y'all the actual quote. He basically is telling people we got to pay people to come to Colorado. We need to pay these kids to come to Colorado. But I want to make sure, I want to say it right. Oh no. I just saw the story. I just read the story. Hold on, let me see. I can't find the story. He did say that they're not an ATM, but he was telling the people that they need to. Let me find it. I'm going to find the story. I got to find the story. But I'm going to table this until I find the story. And I don't, because, it's 4:30. I got to get out of here. So I'll do the Deion piece tomorrow. And I'll let the people crucify me for saying something that could potentially be viewed as negative about Deion until tomorrow. All right? But I have to get out of here. I got something that I have to do. I told y'all when I came on, so if y'all was late, y'all missed this part. I told y'all when I came on, I would probably be leaving at about 4:30. And that's why my phone is over here and it just keep blowing up, because I do have to get out of here. But Yeah, he is. He's losing recruits. He's losing recruits, and he's trying to figure out a way to get them there without paying them. He's trying to figure out a way to get them there without paying them, but we'll see. But look, don't. I know he's y'all Jesus, and I don't want to say anything to make y'all question y'all faith. I don't want to say anything to make y'all question y'all faith. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I'm sorry, I'm over here looking at the time and checking out these daggone messages that's coming in fast and furious. As always, I appreciate y'all. Sierra want to know who's the new. He ain't the new Jesus. He's the same old Jesus. You might know him as Deion Sanders. You might know him as Deion Sanders. But to some people, he is Jesus. He is Jesus. He is the Savior of everything. The Savior of heaven and earth and all that stuff. But all right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. You thought Lincoln was Jesus. Oh, hold on. Let me address this real quick. I can do this real quick and then I can get out of here. Look, y'all. There's so much that y'all don't know. And I was watching Lincoln's show today, and, you know, Raven was doing the show. And I hate when people try to put her down when she's doing the show by talking about Lincoln, and they try to do it in kind of a slick way. Y'all really need to stop doing that. Look, Lincoln is Lincoln. I mean, he is Lincoln. He's been doing it for a long time. And, you know, some people like him, some people hate him, some people love him, and, you know, everything, everywhere in between. So, you know, don't, because one person was telling me, like, you know, I'm trying to lift Lincoln up. Lincoln don't care nothing about no Raven. I'm just trying to lift Lincoln up. Why can't we lift each other up? No, you're trying to tear Raven down. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, be all on Lincoln's tip, that's fine. But why you got to try to tear somebody else down to do it? Different people have different styles and the way that they do things. Of course, Lincoln is much more well known because he's been here for 50 years. And just for the record, longevity says something. But there are other things that say other things. You know how people like watch your local news, and you'll have people come in and then they disappear from the market because they go to other markets, bigger markets, better markets. You know, some of them, you begin to see them on a nationwide platform. Now, some of them, I can't think of his name, but he was here like forever. Do that mean he was the best news person ever? Because he did the news for 35 years, anchored the news for 35 years on the same station? I just mean he was there. It means he did a good job for that. But did he want to go elsewhere and do other things? Maybe. And maybe he wasn't good enough. Maybe he didn't want to, but maybe he did, and there was no value in it elsewhere except for where he was well known. So he stayed. There's a lot of different ways to look at the same set of facts. And one thing I learned is when you don't know something, sometimes you don't even know the stuff that you don't know. So stop trying to use other people to put other people down. What Lincoln Ware has accomplished is great. And just let it be great. Just let it be great. But you don't have to, try to put Raven down, who's trying to establish herself and make her mark. Raven says at this point I'm used to it, but I'm not. I know, but I'm not saying it for you. I'm saying it because it irritates me. It irritates me to see people try to take you down unnecessarily. Like, just stop, y'all. I know some of y'all got beef with her or whatever, but y'all ain't fooling nobody by, trying to pretend like, oh, I'm just lifting Lincoln up. No, you trying to tear her down. And we can see through that charade. We can see through that charade. Stop, please. It's unnecessary. And I say this because, look, y'all don't understand something. Or maybe y'all understand it, y'all just don't care. Just because somebody is a public personality, don't mean they don't have feelings, right? So, oh, you gotta have thick skin. But why you gotta have thick skin? Because you got horrible people who try to tear you down when you ain't doing nothing to them. And it ain't just Raven. I mean, y'all would do it with, when I say y'all, I mean those people who are so inclined to do that. We'll do it with anybody. And I don't understand what y'all get out of it. What does it do for you to put somebody else down while pretending to be lifting somebody else up? What do you get out of it? Like, once you do that, and what? If let's say she started crying, do that make you feel great? Do that make you feel good? Like, you be like high-fiving yourself, like, yeah, I made her cry. Oh, I'm big and bad because I can anonymously make somebody cry. I don't understand it. And you're right, they did it with that's why I said it's not just you. There's some people who just gonna try to find a reason to tear somebody else down unnecessarily. Davis Denise says, who is it calling my? It's a number of them. Yes, Ross Freeman is one of them. What's the other lady? Leslie? Is that her name? Leslie? Whatever. She's one of them. So I don't necessarily want to get to calling people out because a lot of them probably ain't watching. Vernon says, I think you're taking Facebook Live comments too seriously. No, I'm not. That's just the point. Vernon, these are actual people reading these horrible comments that y'all saying about them. And okay, they let it slide. But why? What do y'all get out of it? What joy comes to your heart to try to tear somebody down? So it's not taking them too seriously. These are actual people. And I'm not talking about the jokes. Like, there's a difference between people making jokes and people trying to tear people down. The people, who making the jokes is one thing. But there's another level of comment. Look, I'll tell y'all this, because, I try to be as transparent as I'm willing to be. But I talked to Lincoln the other day, and I know I give Lincoln a hard time. But here's what you have to understand, the difference between me and maybe somebody else. I worked with that dude for 21 years. We got a history. He know when I'm being serious and when I'm giving him a hard time. Y'all might not know it. Y'all might see some of my comments like, oh, man, you're just being mean. Lincoln see those same comments. I know because I can tell a lot of times, not always, a lot of times I can tell when he read my comment by the grin on his face. You know what I'm saying? Like, he read it and he wanted to kind of snicker a little bit. Y'all was probably reading it like, oh, that's kind of harsh, Emanuel. But Lincoln was reading it like, okay, that one is good. And he takes shots at me. And sometimes I just have to laugh because, my thing, really me and Lincoln's thing is funny is funny. You know what I'm saying? Funny and funny. You say something and it might rub me a little bit the wrong way, but if it's funny, you got to get the funny out. But that's not what I'm talking about. I mean, I'm talking about, for real, the people who are doing their damnness to discourage that woman. I was about to say young lady, but she's almost 35. To discourage that woman. Vernon says, I think most people on here would love to see Raven get that 1-4 slot. I know I would. Why? Because more black talk radio is a good thing. And again, that's you. That's you. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people who everything they got to say is an attempt to tear her down and discourage her. And it bothered me today because I heard or read the people pretending like they was trying to lift Lincoln up when really what they was trying to do was tear her down. When she was jokingly saying, don't call in tomorrow and say I did a good job and Lincoln gonna be mad. And Lincoln ain't worried about you. You ain't nothing without Lincoln. Like, why would you even say that to somebody? And I mean, what made, like, you said that and what? You felt proud of yourself afterwards? Ooh, I took her down a peg. I'm like, come on, y'all. It ain't necessary. Yeah, Sierra, some folks are just, they're hateful. And yes, they even create accounts to troll. Like, y'all know I've been accused of trolling. And I guess technically I do. That's what I do to Lincoln. I troll him, but not in a way to, I don't want Lincoln to quit. I've been telling Lincoln been threatening to quit for what? 10 years now, easy 10 years Lincoln been threatening to quit. Every time Lincoln threatened to quit, I tell him. Because this is just who I am. This is just who I am. I'm only mentioning this because I heard him mention it on the air. When Wyatt said he was gonna, not do any more shows, I called Wyatt. You know what I told Wyatt? Among other things, I told Wyatt, I don't want you to quit. Because I'm a fan. I said, and I know I'm being selfish, but for my selfish reasons, I like to listen to your show. I like the back and forth with you. I like when you make a point that changes my mind. I'm a fan. So for that reason, I don't want you to stop doing the show. Among the other things that we talked about that night. You know what I've told Lincoln? I don't want you to retire. I mean, theoretically, I don't want you to drop dead in that seat. You know what I'm saying? But I want you on the air for as long as you can be on the air because I enjoy your show. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? When I'm putting Lincoln down, he know in our one-on-one conversations, whether he 100% believe me, I've told him, I don't know how many times, I like him, I like his show, I like his style, and I respect him. Now, I might say something totally different in the chat. It's jokes and Lincoln get it. It's all jokes and Lincoln get it. But that ain't what not y'all, but what some people do. They don't just do it to Raven. They do it to Lincoln as well. But Lincoln 50 years in, you know what I'm saying? Lincoln could quit tomorrow and you know what I'm saying, sit down and everybody gonna say, well done, my good and faithful servant. She just cutting her teeth still. And for, you know what I'm saying, for people to try to discourage her the way that they do, it bothers me. It bothers me. I'm not saying Lincoln ain't, that's why I said Lincoln is, what else can Lincoln do career-wise? What else can Lincoln do career-wise? Like I said, Lincoln could quit right now, and everybody gonna say, good job, Lincoln. And yes, some of the comments do. They get to Lincoln as well. But I don't know. I want people to stop thinking about people as people in the screen that don't, I don't even want to say that don't have feelings, because they know that they got feelings. And that's the reason why they saying some of the stuff that they saying. Because they know that the person on the screen got feelings, and it make them feel good about themselves to make somebody else feel bad, or at least to attempt to do it. Come on. Come on. I would love it if people would stop that. I would love it if people would stop that. I don't know that they will, but I just wanted to get it out. Here's why I wanted to get it out. Because today I was talking about, like, I mean, even with what I just said, with regard to, Lincoln and, what I'm saying, having done it for 50 years and been in the local market and all of that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to take nothing away from Lincoln Ware. Well, what I'm trying to tell y'all is, y'all like Lincoln Ware. I like Lincoln Ware. But when you're not in there, when you are not at that radio station, like, I can't tell you what goes on at that radio station right now. I don't know. I'm not there. I don't know what they doing. I don't know what happens behind the scenes. But I can tell you, I know more than probably a lot of y'all know in terms of the way things are run. And it's so much that y'all don't know. And so while y'all sit there, you know what I'm saying, jocking Lincoln to tear Raven down, y'all don't even know that some of the stuff y'all saying is just factually inaccurate or insignificant, because you don't know what you don't know. And so sometimes you're trying to tear somebody down, but you're really just making yourself look stupid to the people who know. I don't know. I want it to stop. Sure, make jokes at her expense about not knowing who Guy is. She deserved that. How you don't know who Guy is? You know what I'm saying? She deserved to be teased about not knowing who Aaron Hall or Guy is and not knowing no Guy songs. You deserve to be teased about that. She deserved to be teased about saying Tiny was with SWV and not Escape. She deserved that. All right? But some of the other stuff y'all say, come on. It's just unnecessary. And it really needs to stop. Brent.
Hey, and Raven also needs to be teased about getting mad if people put ketchup in the refrigerator.
Okay, I didn't hear that one.
Oh, you missed that one. No, she actually did a post where she created a little song about people who put ketchup in the refrigerator need Jesus. So it was.
Oh, Brent, hold on a second. Because, see, this is, again, something where people, you're ignorant. Like, you don't know, and you don't even know what you don't know. Vernon says, Lincoln's ability to bring the decision makers and power brokers to the community via the radio airwaves is irreplaceable. Until a suitable replacement is identified, the listeners will be uneasy about him leaving. The same people that Lincoln brings to the radio station, other people at the radio station can bring to the radio station for Raven until she develops that personal relationship. See, that's what I'm saying. That's the ignorance. You don't know. When I don't know, what's the senator's name from Ohio?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
What is his name? I can't think of his name. The Democrat senator from Ohio. Point is, I don't know him. Did not know him personally, but I could have got him on my show. Not me, but the people behind the scenes who work to get people on the show. Sherrod Brown, thank you. Could have got him on the show. It's not, you don't need to be Lincoln to get the decision makers. Now, being Lincoln helps because he can pick up the phone and make that personal call. But there are other people in that same building who can pick up the phone and make that same call and schedule that same guest, say for Raven Monday. So stop acting like it's a superpower. It can be done with whoever is there. Again, what you don't know. And when you say it like you know, you sound to the people who know like a damn fool. Not saying that you're a damn fool. You just sound like one because you're pretending to know stuff that you don't know. But go ahead, Brent.
Oh yeah, no problem. And also, because I sometimes catch it too, to where Lincoln's been doing this for 50 years and Raven's been doing it for what, 4 or 5 years. I've heard 45 years that she's been on this earth. So, you can't compare the two. And I sometimes get caught up and then have to realize that, there's, especially when there's a hot topic, phones are ringing, she's playing security and flushing toilets probably to, make sure all that gets done and getting guests in. So there's a lot that's going on. And it was so funny that one time when Lincoln was, losing his entire mind, waving his hands and then throwing the paper at the window. Trying to get attention. But didn't get a chance to call yesterday. Work was whipping my tail and had a few minutes today. So it's time for the wrestling report.
Okay.
And from Survivor Series, two main things came out of that is that we had the return of the Viper, Randy Orton.
Yes.
And we also had the return of CM Punk.
Yes.
10 years ago, left professional wrestling to go to, he left sports entertainment to go to professional wrestling to go back to sports entertainment. And I saw him last night on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And that promo was mid at best. I was expecting more, at least leading into his next feud, but he pretty much said, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money, which I ain't mad at one single bit. And ain't mad that he went back there because, hey, you got to pay your bills. And he tried that MMA stuff, that didn't work out so well. And if you believe what was said, he threatened the owner of AEW, so he had to go. You can't be threatening the boss and expect to sit around there thinking you worth all that. But overall the War Games matches were okay. The women's match was better than the men's this year.
Yeah, they were okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot one return. We had the return of R-Truth. So he successfully made his return, but some of the stuff he does, especially last night where he had the whole thing of jelly rolls and was eating that and had, looked like crack powder on his face. That's borderline coonery. And I'm like,
yes.
But once again, you got to make your money. So I can't be mad at you, foolish. So, hey, put your children through school, pay that mortgage, do what you got to do. Don't know if I could do it, but that's why I'm an engineer and not in sports entertainment. So
yeah, I agree. It was decent, but when the only thing that anybody really is talking about out of your pay-per-view is the last 2 minutes, that means your pay-per-view was just okay.
Yeah, and if I'm Randy Orton, I'm pissed because didn't nobody care about Randy Orton after that?
No.
And
what was wrong with the crowd last night in Tennessee?
They were in Nashville, and Nashville really, outside of when Jeff Jarrett ran the territory, him and was it Mid-South with Jerry the King Lawler, where they would have shows there at the Fairgrounds. They would do big shows there. But really, in terms of a television audience crowd, it's really not that good. But yeah, that crowd was dead.
Yeah.
For the entire night.
Yes.
And when they said they had the first hour that was commercial free, I was like, okay, there's going to be about 15 minutes of wrestling and a lot of talking.
I turned it off when they did the tag team turmoil. I was watching this Little Richard documentary, and so I watched a good chunk of the Little Richard documentary during that whole commercial free first hour.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. My son was watching it, so I had to watch it with him. I wanted to turn to, but they got the amateur wrestlers turned professional wrestlers. They won, but they're still so green. But they're giving them title shots.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not seeing it yet. I don't see the charisma. They're not good on the mic. Their timing is off. And I was like, oh well, but they see something that I don't see. We'll give them time. But right now, using the eye test, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But I didn't. Did you see the part to where they with the two big dudes, Bronson Reed and?
I didn't. I was back and forth because I was waiting for CM Punk, which I had idea he would come on last. So I was waiting for CM Punk. So yeah, I was back and forth between the Little Richard documentary and wrestling. I saw them come on, but I didn't watch the match.
Yeah, but they had because they disqualification. They're in the crowd, and one of the people that came to break him up was Kurt Angle's fake son, Jason Jordan.
Okay.
Because he's been out with, he's not going to wrestle anymore.
Yeah, no, he's done.
And everything. So, but it was good to see him, and he had a head full of hair, which was like, oh,
really?
That is Jason Jordan. Yeah.
Okay.
Head full of hair. So he's not like me, follically challenged, but so I'm a little jealous from that standpoint. So, yeah. Oh, but one other thing I wanted to hit you up about.
All right.
Black Planet. Do you still have your Black Planet account?
I do.
Have you been on Black Planet?
I haven't. Not since that day that I made the account live on air. I haven't been on it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, because you were on there about 15 minutes, and you had someone slide into your DMs.
I don't know about all of that.
Well, the one lady that said hello or did something like that, I'm like, okay, that was quick. But because I created an account, I think a few other people created an account, but what pissed me off is that didn't nobody slide into my DMs for an hour and a half, so I'm legit pissed about that. I'm 6'3", you 5'4". I'm like, come on now. Like, I do not believe this mess.
Well, that they realize that those of us short dudes, 5'4", the rest of my height is below the belt. So.
All right.
I think the women finally figured that out.
Yep.
Oh, Brent.
All
hey.
right. Well, I am late for a meeting.
Yeah, so am I.
Another hour for me. Ooh.
I got to get out of here. Hey, I appreciate your call, man.
All right.
All right. All right, y'all. I had to get out of here. I will answer Shahara. She says, what Little Richard documentary did you watch? I forgot CNN had one. Not sure if that's what you were watching. I believe so. Yeah, it's on HBO Max now. So I believe that is what I watched last night, and it was pretty good. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. I'm late, but it's Twin. I gotta take the call. They'll be all right. Twin.
What's up, young blood?
Hey, what's up?
I had to call you before you get up out of here. Try to see what topic you talking about. I caught the last end of it. You grown man talking about some wrestling, man. That's entertainment, man. It ain't the real wrestling no more. When the Von Erich brothers and all them was out.
It's the same stuff.
Man, it ain't the same stuff.
It's the same.
There you go.
Hold on. Wait. Did you really believe that the Von Erichs was really doing all of that stuff when they was out?
Yeah, even what's that crazy dude name? Mankind? Ain't his name Mankind? Something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, he was real because he was doing them. He was busting heads and everything, busting his own
Bro,
head and everything.
hold
I
on.
think he was
Stop.
real.
Stop. He was just as real as it is now. It's the
No, it
same
ain't.
stuff. Hold on. It is the
No, it ain't.
yes, it is. It is the same stuff. They are kind of, some of it is choreographed. The endings are predetermined. It has always been that way. It will always be that way. It is just entertainment.
You got posters and all that.
No.
Wrestling man,
No.
you ain't no real fan then.
I'm
Talk about it all the time.
I'm fan
On your
enough
show
to
and
know. I'm fan enough to know that some of the things, like when they jump, they are actually jumping. When they, but I'm fan enough to also understand that the endings are predetermined. Some of it is choreographed. Some of it is called on the fly. But
So you go to see wrestling too?
say that one more time.
I said, do you go to wrestling when it come here? WWE, SmackDown, whatever.
Sometimes, yeah. I hear maybe Dayton, maybe Indy, yeah.
So you rather watch wrestling than football?
I watch both.
I thought you don't watch football.
No, I watch football. I don't watch the NFL. But I do watch football.
What's wrong with the NFL?
Oh. You know why I don't watch the NFL? I will stop. Look, I will go back to watching the NFL under two conditions. One of two things have to happen. Either number one, Colin Kaepernick has to get a legitimate shot at being a quarterback in the NFL, or number two, they have to have a black majority owner. One of those two things have to happen for me to come back to watching the NFL. But until then, there's a lot of other football to watch.
I'm glad you said, because, Emmanuel, the NFL has got soft, man. I know it's good to protect the quarterback, but when Singletary, Ronnie Lott, and all them was some hitters out there, they was hit. Now you hit one of them players, they want to call it mom and dad and everything. It's a personal foul and everything else. I sometimes don't, like watching and stuff, or it's just these new referees they brought in make the game boring.
Oh.
Man, they might as well go ahead and play flag football if in that case.
Well, Twin, let me ask you one question. Do you still play with wrestling action figures?
Man, I ain't played with that since I was, 7?
Hold on, do you have any?
No, I don't have any.
You got posters?
No, why you always do that, reverse the question back to me?
If you ask me, it only makes sense that I'm asking you. I wouldn't imagine you would be asking me that because you don't have any.
No, that's some crazy stuff, man. I don't have no stuff like that. 250. That's up to you, man. You deal with stuff like that, probably. Well, I'm gonna keep. Some people keep that throwback stuff, but no, I ain't got no action figure wrestling men and all. I'm a grown man. I don't play with no thing. I play with that money. I don't play with no wrestling.
I believe you got some wrestling action figures, and you be having them, and you be playing, and you be, he pinned him 1, 2, and you be counting and stuff.
I put my baby mama in the action figure. What are you talking about, man? I don't do that crazy.
All right. Then why would you ask me if I do?
Because you talked about it yesterday, and I was just, insecure action and stuff.
Okay.
Do you have like action? Some people
and hold on, and you really genuinely believe that world-class championship wrestling that was in Texas with the Von Erichs, you really genuinely believe that was real?
Yep. I really do. But you don't?
I know it wasn't. They would be dead. Well, a lot of them are dead, but they would have been dead based on what happened in the ring.
I believe it was somewhat real. Better than the new entertainment they got out right now. I believe it was.
It wasn't. It was just as real as what you see now. They just didn't have all the theatrics around it, but it was the exact same stuff. And did you just flush a toilet?
No, I was throwing some up in it.
What? I thought I heard a toilet flush, but okay. All right.
No, I was throwing something up in there. No, why would I be on the toilet? You know, man, come on, man.
I thought I heard a toilet flush. That's why I asked.
You heard it flush, but I wasn't, in there. Usually I was throwing something in the toilet.
Oh, that's what it was.
You heard it flush. No, man, you see, you trying to be extra. That's why I say, man.
What you mean? Hold on. How you gonna say I'm being extra because I hear a toilet flush?
Because if I say something or anything, I gotta be careful saying certain things around you because you try to make me feel like I'm a dummy and stuff, man. Stupid or so. So I gotta, you try to throw quick questions and crazy answers, try to reverse it back on me like we playing Uno or something. No, man. No, man, I gotta watch what I say about you, and I gotta ask you like certain things and stuff, because you kind of extra.
You was throwing something in the toilet. Okay.
It was some milk leaks and stuff, so I threw it in the toilet.
Right. Yeah.
Because I don't like this drain in there.
Right. Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm telling you the truth, man. You kind of, you ain't gotta believe me.
I don't know that I do.
Hey, E-Man.
Yes, sir.
After this, man, with that situation with that little albino looking boy, little kid, what would you do if you was his father and he did that?
Well, let me tell you, I didn't see the video. I've only kind of heard the story, so I'm not sure.
Oh, you catch up on everything else and you didn't see the video. But you rather talk about rap.
Hold on. What are you doing?
I'm in a cooler now, man. I got a hat, man.
You in the cooler? Where's the music coming from in the cooler?
It's a speaker in here, man. An intercom in here. In case they call my name or something like that.
And that's what they're playing over the intercom at work?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You know they do.
In the freezer. Okay.
I'm in the freezer. I went over this here in the freezer. I stepped out now.
Oh,
but
boy.
they say it be loud. They be getting mad.
And wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. You at work? I thought you was at home in the bathroom. You was at work in the bathroom?
See, man, that's why I can't tell you. See, I was throwing something in the bathroom.
I'm so confused. And I didn't even hear you wash your hands?
No, I said I was throwing something in the toilet in the bathroom. I didn't use the bathroom myself. The milk, man, I put it in the what's it called?
Why wouldn't you just pour the milk down the sink?
Because dude was washing his hands.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I put it in the toilet. The stall was open, so I put it in the toilet.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. There was nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
It was leaking, man.
I 100%.
You work for Craft Shopper too?
No, look, I 100% believe you. You just went into the bathroom at work to throw some milk and flush it down the toilet.
It was leaking, man. And I don't like throwing it right here by the drain because this drain kind of stopped up and it stank.
Okay.
It just clogged up. They equalized folks to come look at see it.
Okay.
That's why I don't never throw nothing down there no more. See, somebody did it right now. But
I was thinking the same thing, Jeannie, but, as a general rule, even at work, especially at work, when you touch the handle to flush the toilet, you should wash your hands.
I got gloves on me, man. What are you talking about?
Did you change the gloves?
Why don't go change the gloves for?
Because you touched the toilet.
Man, I got gloves on.
So what are you doing in the freezer?
I'm in getting this milk for this lady.
And you touched the toilet and you didn't change your glove? Twin.
Oh my God.
You might need to go get some help to figure out balance and boundaries. That is bad.
What is bad about it, man?
You touched the daggone toilet. At the very least, change your gloves. And you're gonna have toilet juice on that lady's milk.
I gave the lady the milk already, man. What is he talking about? I gave her milk. Then I took her to hurry up because it was going on me.
But that don't make it no better.
Now who you work for? USDA now? Kill me, man. I can't keep it real with you enough, man. I can't say nothing else around you because you will go to the whole.
I work for the NANA.
You said what?
I work for the NANA.
What's the NANA?
The Nasty Ass Niggas Association, and you a nasty ass nigga. Why are you not taking off your gloves?
Now you germophobic. I don't have the gloves.
You touched the toilet, bro. You touched a toilet.
Okay, when your people touch your toilet at home, it's nasty too, right?
Yes.
Your toilet ain't clean.
Yes, and you wash your hands.
I got gloves on, man. I'm not about to argue.
You got on gloves. Hold on. So the outside of the glove touched the toilet. And then you took that same outside of the glove, grabbed that lady some milk, and handed it to her.
No, the milk was leaking and everything, and I gave her another milk. Then I went to the bathroom and flushed it down the toilet.
All right, and then,
I didn't just.
and then,
Like, I don't have the gloves on. I don't have the gloves on, man.
Okay, you took them off. Okay.
Yeah, after I worked, I took them off. What did you talking? I said, if you give me a chance and everything, while you running your chopper, you'll know. No, but you like to
checking.
Talk and stuff won't let nobody getting on. No, you try to be a radio, YouTube man and a comedian at the same time. It's not working. You got to pick what side you want to be one day, man. You just can't be the radio man one day and a comedian.
All right.
Hey, you see what they was doing down at City Hall, man? You hear about that?
I didn't.
Yeah, they were about the people sending money over there, or something like that. Then they were saying they go have some for what's his name?
Oh my goodness.
The dude the trainer that passed away, Mike Fast.
Twin.
Street side.
Twin.
The music killing you, ain't?
No, but I had to go. I'm really late. I was supposed to leave at 4:30, but yeah.
At 4:30, you gotta go watch wrestling.
Okay, I do appreciate you calling though.
No, you don't, because you go talk about me when I get
I don't have to. I don't even have time to talk about you. I got to go.
Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you back. Get you back, Clint.
Well, you gonna get me back? I'm not the one who didn't flush it. Okay.
See, you
You said you gonna get me back. What did I do?
Because you go clown me. I know when I get off. Hell, I'll let you back.
All right, Twin. All right, that was Twin. Yeah, I do. I'm like really late. I got to get out of here. Do me a favor. Whatever it is that you're doing today, if you are exposed to and around people, be the reason that somebody smiles today. Until next time, I'm out, y'all. Peace.